Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Haiku Friday. It's great to be here. Great to be with you on this day to haiku. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did. Haiku Friday, June 17th, 2022. And let's do some haikus, shall we? We have a bunch this morning. It's a haiku bonanza here in Spokane, Washington, home of the Haiku Friday Bonanza. All you can eat haikus. Buddy, faithful friend, the champion of my heart, reflection of love. Oh, that's lovely. And I can sense the loss in that too. So, anyway, thank you, Tom. The second one from Tom. Wordle rabbit hole. Confusing vortex seeking for the green. You know, I'm always mad at myself when I miss a Yordle. I have a good streak going, then my streak's down to zero because I forget to do it one day. But I know what you mean. I don't want to geek out on the Wordle thing. I don't want people changing the channel because I'm talking about Wordle and getting ready to geek out on it. So I will stop. I will stop right now. I'm making myself self stop. Um, this one is from Jim, and he's leaving the megalopolis and moving to Bend, Oregon. So I guess there goes. Will this be a SoCal Mafia branch in Bend, Oregon? I don't know. Have you guys figured out the hierarchy on this? I hope you do. Anywho, first one from Jim. Oh, and Tom, thank you for the lovely haikus. Those were lovely and made me laugh too. Made me sad and made me laugh. First one from Jim. Doom and fucking gloom. A daily assault on us. Hard not to check out. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, it's hard to stay engaged, isn't it? Anyway, and you know what? Maybe there's something to be said for not being engaged to everything. I mean, we know what the problems are. We know how to fix those problems, but you know, we do what we can. All right. And that's a terrible thing, but it is a reality for me anyways. And second one from Jim. Old friends say goodbye. A lump takes hold in the throat. Distance shan't deter. I'm coming to that one again. So when I stumble over a word, I felt like I didn't do the haiku justice. So let me not stumble over and do this again. Old friends say goodbye. A lump takes hold in the throat. Distance shan't deter. Mm. Thank you, Jim. Uh, and oh my gosh, it's another haiku about Wordle. Oh, here we go. And Ericus explains that Jim is one of his Wordle group members, and so I don't know. I didn't know there was a Wordle group. Do they? Is there a? Is it like a team? Do they come up with the words together? How does that work? I don't know. Explain to me, Ericus. But anyways, this one's from Jim. Wordlers unite. Seek out words, fight the good fight, come morn or midnight. Now, that's very celebratory haiku from Jim, and it rhymes. So, if there were points to be had in Haiku Friday, there would be a lot of bonus points being handed out on this one right now, but there aren't. So, but the celebratoriness, I think, comes because Erica said they scored an ace with the word float last Sunday. Now, again, I don't know how this group thing works. I'm not really sure, but I'll find out. I think Ericus will probably tell me. All right. Now, this one's from Tim. So, so far we've had Tom, Jim, and Tim. This almost seems like a An evolution of names. Maybe it should have been, I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. Okay, here's from Tim. And it sounds like, as Eric has pointed out, he might have retirement envy. Working, stop. Beaches, canyons, traveling, retirement goals. Yes. Yes. But and I'll talk a little bit about this a little bit later, Tim, but you may find your retirement busier than your actual work, which is kind of being but you know what? It's my experience right now. But the nice thing is you're busy doing stuff that you really like doing. Stuff that if you could have got paid to do, you probably would have never retired. Anyway, um, here are some from Ericus. A man of few words. Quality, not quantity, leaking from my pen. Now, this is the first of a few poems from Ericus, so I would say there is quality and quantity today. Second one from Ericus. First finch of summer feeds upon my sunflowers. Invite your friends, please. Yes, I know, man. The birds have been a little skosh here in Spokane. Of course, everything is really late. I've finally, I did my third replanting of things because the seeds rotting in the ground because it's been so cold and rainy. So we'll see. We're getting a little sunshine for the next few days, so we'll see what happens. Second one from Ericus. Bald spots on my palms, hands not working like they did, must be getting old. Yeah, the best thing about that is when you go to a palm reader and you look at that palm, you know, it totally confused the palm reader. Now I've never been to a palm reader, but now I kind of want to go because I think my palms are getting kind of I guess they're rather bald as well, I think. Um here's one from Ericus. Another one. At the auto club, old folks planning vacations. I'm going nowhere. Well, here's a consolation, Ericus. The place where you live is a place where a lot of people like to go for vacation, that whole area. So just pretend like you don't live there. That's what I'm going to do this summer, I think. Once Sarah and I start hitting the road, we're going to hit the road a little bit, not go too far this year, but you know, we're gonna have a good time. Once Much Ado gets done, we're gonna be Gonzville. All right. Here's one from Rico San. Like rootless voicings. My hometown wasn't a town. Sounds only implied. Now, as many of Rico San's haikus do to me, I feel a sense of I don't know, melancholy and curiosity. And I love that haiku. I love it. So thank you, Rico san. Hope your crops are growing well and life is good in the great white north. Anyway, thank you, Rico san. Looking forward to seeing you again sometime. And here's mine, and this one probably goes without saying if you've been watching this. Not enough coffee. I stumbled through this morning in a happy way. Um, Last night was opening night for Much Ado About Nothing. It's been a great experience so far. And we've got last night was the first night of 8 nights that we'll be performing. And it's going to be it is wonderful. It's a wonderful time. It's uh, uh, it's a very talented cast, and then me. They let me hang out and play with them and do my shtick, so I'm happy about that. And it's very fun play. If you're in Spokane and you've always kind of want, it's let me put it this way: If there was not a word spoken in this play, you'd probably have a pretty good idea of what's going on. So don't let the whole Shakespearean language thing throw you. Um, for those of you who are Shakespeare scholars and purists, please don't come to the play. We've taken a lot of literary license to make it funnier, to make it more relevant to today, I would say. They asked me how I wanted to play my role, and I play a villain, which is really cool. And so at first I was just going to play it as a man because that's how the role was written. He's a villain. And then I thought, well, yeah, play it. You know what? I'm going to play it as a trans woman. And so we changed the name from Baracho to or no, Anyways, I can't even remember because my name is Barachia in the play. I think it was Barachio, and now I'm Barachia. And there's been a lot of dialogue taken out, which I think moves the play along because otherwise, I don't think our sensibilities, modern sensibilities, would put up with a 3-hour play. And it's supposed to be a comedy, and there are lots of funny moments in it, and it's very funny. And there's also some really heavy acting in there too there's so many great actors in this thing. If you are any if you've done seen any theater in Spokane, you've seen these folks because they're awesome. So, and the tickets are cheap, $10 if you're a Museum of Arts and Culture member, $15 if you're not. And you go to the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture website, and you have to go to the calendar. It's not navigated well. And I have some ideas which I would like to share with Spokane Ensemble Theater, who is putting this on that I get to be a part of for this production. Um, but I think we can make it easier for people to navigate. But you know what? It's not that hard. You can go there. You can probably show up. Just show up at the Mac at and that's in Brown's Edition. Show up at the Mac. Show starts at 7, and then it's an afternoon show on Sunday. But you can just show up, and you can go to SpokaneEnsembleTheater.com and get the details for that. But you just show up. And I'm hoping uh, in other notes, I'm going to have folks from the theater on this Tuesday show. We're going to talk about the production this Tuesday being out and about on KYRS 88.1 and 92.3 FM on your radio, and of course streaming from kyrs.org. We've been having some antenna issues with our big old antenna that's not been transmitting. So you'll always be able to get it streaming, except for when the streaming's down. But um, I'll be talking to them. This last week, I talked to Emma Black, who rides an electric unicycle, which is just fascinating. And she works at the Globe. So we talked about that. So you can go to the archives and check that out. You know, like I said, okay, so this is a callback to being retired and getting to go places and basically, you know, hanging out, anything that interests me now. It used to be with my get a lot of trades for things that I wanted to do, and now um, and which would cost me money and time. And so, but now I say yes to things because they don't cost me any money to do. Uh, anyway, so retirement is what you make of it. You can sit around, and you know what? I'm looking forward to someday sitting around and maybe getting hooked on some series on television and just relaxing. I might be doing that after this run of this play, and just kicking back and relaxing a little bit. All right. These have been really incredibly long haiku Fridays lately, and so I thank you for your patience, and hope you're all well. Take care of each other, love each other. If you this Tuesday, I believe it is, the Inland Northwest Business Association is hosting a breakfast um, fundraiser for their scholarship fund, and I get to be I'm the keynote speaker for that. So if you would like to go to that breakfast, uh, that would be wonderful. And you never know. You never know what might come out of my mouth. Uh, anyway, but you can eat breakfast and leave before I start talking too. So don't let that deter you. All right. And if you're interested in that, let me know and I'll give you the link to how to get tickets to that too. All right. Just ask me in the comments and I'll get info to you. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Come and see the play. Come to the breakfast. Listen to the radio show. Or just don't do any of those things. That sounds nice too. All right. Love you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye now.